All right, right across from the Sargent cypress trees, we have a lot of these manzanita shrubs. And this will be our next plant that we're going to learn today, which is Arctostaphylos montana, subspecies montana. Its common name is the Mount Tamalpais manzanita, and we are kind of right on the flanks of Mount Tam. You can see it, the top of Mount Tam is behind that low cloud, basically. And this is another serpentine endemic. And I remember I told you that the best thing to do first when you want to identify a manzanita species is kind of know where you are. And so we looked up in Marin County. There's only there's about 7 different kinds of manzanitas, and this is one of them that is endemic to serpentine. And so, what are some of the characters for this particular species? Well, remember we learned at Huckleberry, we learned that manzanitas have smooth red bark. They have evergreen leaves that often are pointing upwards. And we learned that we learned stuff about the size and shape of the leaf and whether they were the same color on both sides. And we learned about hairs. So this particular species has elliptical or circular leaves, but has acute tips. And the leaf color, you can see, is pretty much the same on both sides. So that's a good character. And then my favorite character of this guy is if you look at the young growth stems, you'll see very consistently that there are these whitish, very short hairs. Okay? And that's different from the manzanitas we learned at Huckleberry. But also, if you have sharp eyes, you'll notice when you're walking to and from this particular part of the trail, you may see some larger manzanitas, especially in the kind of non-serpentine areas between here and where you parked. And you can compare the way that those leaves look, and you can look for the hairs, and you'll see that it looks quite different than this one. So it's a really nice character for this particular species. These guys have, many of them are in fruit, and the fruit is round and smooth, not hairy, and some other thing that you find in manzanita books as well, is they ask whether the seeds are free or fused, and these are free. They're not attached to each other, the seeds. Stuck, of course. These look fused. It's funny.
Bite them apart.
Yeah. Cut that part. All right, so Arctostaphylos montana, subspecies montana. It's a very low shrub. It's mounding. You don't see it larger than just a few feet tall. It has elliptical or round leaves with an acute tip. That's the same color on both sides, and white, very, very short white hairs on the newest growth on the stems. All right, good enough.